We're live now. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. It is your WWE Raw preview for the 13th of May edition of the show, King and Queen of the Ring, to get stuck into here. But it's our first live stream on Fog Wrestling, and I thought we'd do something special. So we'll get questions in. I'll try and let people come in, see we will gain an audience. I've been doing this over on the other channels, and it's worked so far. So we'll have to wait and see if it's going to work here on Fog Wrestling. But, you know, I'm going to answer every question that's fired into that chat, but I'm also going to preview Raw at the same time. I thought it'd be a fun way to include it all going down like this. Is the live, did the live count just restart there, or did I just imagine that? What is going on there? So we're 12 seconds in. Get your comments in. There's no fears. There is one fear. There is one like. Oh, we've got one. Start at 23 seconds. That's a wee bit wrong. So we'll leave that up there, and we may as well begin with Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. Of course, last week, Becky Lynch got attacked by Damage Control. Damage Control couldn't buy a win in that tournament by the looks of it, but there's still a lot of matches to go tonight. There was live events that people went through in advance to the next round of the King and Queen of the Ring. LA Knight won, Tiffany Stratton won, so no real surprise there. I mean, again, why are those guys not being included on Raw? Well, on SmackDown, I guess that's their brand. Don't understand it. But anyway, we move on, we digress, and we're going to get stuck into this show. But Liv Morgan didn't side with Becky Lynch last week. What does that mean going forward? We'll have to wait and see. Well, I really don't even understand why Becky Lynch won that belt. I think Liv Morgan should have won it, and I'm one of those people that would define Liv Morgan as Mid Morgan. So I don't really understand why she's picking up the victory in that battle royal all those weeks ago, but she did. And what they're going to do to continue the feud this week, probably a whole lot of nothing, to be honest. It's going to, I mean, there'll probably be a boring promo in there. I know it seemed a wee bit more interesting when you actually had Nia Jax, but that's about it. Come on, guys, get your comments in. Get the comments into the live stream. Nobody's commenting. Come on. We need the comments. And if you want to send a super chat, go ahead. Super chats mean a hell. Oh, here we go. John Beale. John. Big Match John is in here. We're in subscriber only mode. So there you go. Do you think Triple H is the worst booker of all time? I mean, I don't think he's the worst. There's a lot of bookers, man, of all time, but of this modern, of WWE, I would say he's up there. His fascination with long title reigns is killing the business, well, WWE's business, I think. He has done some good stuff. Would I say he's the worst? I mean, of modern time, Vince did a lot of stuff worse than him, right? But at the same time, Triple H is doing some bad stuff. Tony Khan and AEW doing a lot. I mean, he's not the worst of all time, but he's so overrated. So people think he's the best. He's nowhere near the best of all time. Triple H, not in a month of Sundays is Triple H. Come on, 4 viewers. Come on, get in that comment section. I'll read your comments. At 5 viewers, we're getting over, and you raise me up. Triple H, is he raising the ratings up? The ratings are down. Here, if you want to turn this into the AEW gets bashed in the WWE Raw preview for the 13th of May edition, you want to, I'll bury AEW. Just hit me with some questions about that pissant company. But as for Triple H, no, he's not the worst booker of all time. Absolutely not. But let's move on with our preview, shall we? We've Ilya Dragunov taking on Jey Uso. Some people can put Ilya Dragunov into GOAT category, main event status. He's just not. All right, he is just not. The guy absolutely sucks, to tell you the truth. Dragunov, he's so boring. He pretty much single-handedly tanked the NXT ratings. Him bleeding and thinking he's a tough man, that does nothing for me. He held that belt for far too long, and he's going to hopefully not bore us to death. He probably will, right, pick up the victory tonight, but will they protect Jey Uso? Will they protect Jey Uso in this? I mean, Jey Uso obviously still kind of got that feud going on with the Judgment Day, so I could definitely see that coming to an end at that point of the feud, but we'll have to wait and see. with Jey Uso. I don't think he's going to lose clean to Eli Dragunov. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to predict Dragunov to win with some form of interference from the outside. Let me just get quickly. So we've recapped Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch, Jey Uso and Eli Dragunov going that way. So up next, we've got Shayna Baszler against Io Sky. So Io Sky flying the flag for Damage Control, not an awful lot more, but that's just the way it's went for her. So will she beat Shayna Baszler? I think she will beat Shayna Baszler. I don't see much point in Shayna Baszler going far in this tournament. She is, this guy's talking about is Triple H, the worst booker of all time, with the Asuka picture, but is Shayna Baszler the ugliest looking person on God's green earth of all time? Yeah, I'd probably say she is. I don't think you could really take it away from her, to be honest. So, I mean, disappointing for her point of view, but at the same time, man, it's not exactly up to much. I think Io Sky will pick up the victory here over Shayna Baszler. Come on, guys, get your comments in. We're firing through this Raw preview a wee bit too much. Quick. Lia Valkyrie against Zoey Stark. Zoey Stark probably without, what do you call her? Shayna Baszler could take that crown. We're up to 6 viewers. Come on in. You raise me up. Who next? So, Zoey Stark taking on Lia Valkyrie. Valkyrie, I don't even know what her name is. She helped Becky Lynch last week when Liv Morgan wouldn't help her. So maybe could we see? Well, actually, to be fair, we might see Damage Control cost her the win tonight, and then it means going forward we could maybe see Becky Lynch and Lyra taking on those guys. Could that be a situation? Could that be a scenario? Maybe, potentially. We'll have to wait and see. I wouldn't bank on it though. That's the only thing. I definitely would not bank on it in the slightest. Bravo. But I will go with Lia Valkyrie to pick up the victory. Right, John Beale, have you another question to ask the daddy here on Fog Wrestling, or are we going to run out to stuff to talk about? I expected loads of people to be in this chat, but there is just not happening. There's nothing happening in the preview. Come on, somebody send something in there. I need something to read. Like a book. Maybe not like a book, but come on. It's no happening. Nothing for us. Come on. Right, anyway, we're going to move into our last match, which is Kofi Kingston taking on Gunther and Kofi Kingston. So, of course, this is one of the last matches of the King of the Ring. Kofi Kingston has this goofy, shocked expression on his face here, going toe-to-toe with Gunther. Gunther, went last week with Sheamus in a pretty long-ass match. Again, it wasn't exactly doing much for me, that match, but at the end of the day, what's it going to do for everybody at home? What's it done for the viewers? The viewers didn't really tune into Raw last week. CM Punk got the biggest ratings, but again, not exactly hard when you've got nothing else on your show doing anything for you. CM Punk's like the only few draws that they've got, and this may be hard to believe but just not everybody's interested in Gunther slapping Sheamus about, slapping those diddies till they're red raw. Not everybody is about that, tell you. Nobody is about that. But that is where we're going to end it, because Gunther is going to pick up the victory. Gunther is going to beat Kofi Kingston, and unless any hold the line down. Hold on, comment. Here he is, Big John. What's he asking? If you have to pick any number of Damage Control you'd like to date, who would it be? Asuka, Kairi Sane, Io Sky, or Dakota Kai? Right, John. I'm already taken, John. So, we're speaking hypothetically here, right? I'm not doing any Vince McMahon shit on my watch. I'm not taking dumps on anybody. All right, so let's see. Asuka, Kairi Sane, Io Sky, or Dakota Kai. Who would it be? I know you've got Asuka as your thumbnail, mate, as your picture, but I'm going to shit all over Asuka here. I got to stop it with the Vince McMahon, but she is the oldest. She is like 43. I'm 23. I can't really deal with a 20-year age gap, mate. So That's going to be a no for me. Dakota Kai, I believe, is 36, which again is another bit of an age gap there. Kairi Sane or Io Sky. We'll go with Dakota Kai. Aye, we'll go with Dakota Kai. That's who we're going to go with. If you've got any other questions about that doesn't revolve around damage control, even though I just went for Dakota Kai there. So, well, John, who would you go for? Who would you go for? Comment it. Who would you pick? Or is Asuka's the profile picture giving too much away there? Because that's probably what that's going to do. And even better yet, John, if you want to send a super chat with your answer, that would really get the blood pumping here on Fog Wrestling. It really would. But I'll wait in your wee comment, John, and then I'll get stuck straight back in to the Raw preview. I haven't even finished my prediction between Gunther and Kofi Kingston yet, but we've had to pick Dakota Kai in this instance. But of course, she lost last week, didn't she? So is what it is. A lot of people pulling out of the tournament. Selena Vega injured, so Big John has answered. Asuka for sure, and Dakota Kai is second. Yeah, I'm not surprised you picked Asuka. Dakota Kai, I mean, I'd probably pick Dakota Kai first. Screw the age gap. I can make it work. I can definitely make it work. So I think that's where we're going to leave this live stream, unless there's going to be any other questions asked here. I mean, as much as I would love to sit around for another 49 minutes and talk about professional wrestling, there's just not an awful lot of questions coming in, John. John, you're doing fantastic. You get an A star, son. You get a 5-star rating, 5-star match rating for your contribution to this chat. Everyone else that subscribed to Fog Wrestling, not so much. We're a channel with a lot of subs, but there's not a lot of people doing anything. There's not a lot of people tuning in and commenting. So, we've got 30 seconds to some ads run. We're going to let them run, and we'll see how far. But yeah, anyway. So he's picking Asuka and Dakota Kai in that order. Yeah, so Io Sky and Kairi Sane, not doing it for John. You just forget about them. Not even placing them in third and fourth. Just no. But as for Gunther and Kofi Kingston, I think Gunther's going to beat Kofi. I mean, it's probably going to be Gunther against Dragunov, isn't it? That's probably going to be the Raw semi-final. That's definitely going to go down that way. John Beale, thank you. Big fan of your channel. Thank you, mate. We're going to probably do a few more live streams in the near future. Just started doing them over our other channels. If you're into football, check out Fog Football. If you're into Rangers Football Club, which is right there, you can do that. Have you seen X-Men 97 and what's your thoughts on the show? I haven't, but if you want to see TV and entertainment news, check out Fog Entertainment. I'll type it in here. You can copy and paste it. We talk about everything. We're reviewing Fallout over there. We're reviewing Paris. House of the Dragon premieres, the season 1 premieres at 6 o'clock UK time, so that's about an hour and a half wherever you are, John. Game of Thrones as well at 10 o'clock. Fear the Walking Dead and Dexter, a lot of shows to review. There's a host of others, man. Movie reviews, Sons of Anarchy, The Sopranos is getting done. Everything's getting done, John. But I haven't seen that show, and I don't know if I will see it. We're watching quite a lot, and what I'm currently watching, Raising Kanan, the Power Book free spin-off of Power. So, yeah, some good stuff definitely happening over there. But how many people are watching? It only says 5. But the amount of likes I'm getting here would almost suggest otherwise. Love your channel. Lots of laugh. Big Mike and Didio said Big Stevie Cool 1872. I wonder who that guy is. You know what I mean? Anyway, Mike, if you got a question, if you missed the Raw preview, we're picking Gunther to beat Kofi, Io Sky to beat Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark will lose to Laya Valkyria, and then what's the other match? I completely forgot. Oh, Eli Dragunov will defeat Jey Uso. 7 viewers. Moving. 8 viewers. Fucking hell. Every time I look at the screen, it's going up. What are we talking about? Pishy wrestling. Oh, that's what we're talking about, man. 8. Send us a super chat and I'll take over WWE. I'll put a bid in. I'll put a bid in. Come on, somebody send us a super chat. Appreciate all the love, all these original OGs for Fog Wrestling here in the comments section. Nothing worse than cold tea, but here, I just finished another live stream over talking about football, so check out that channel, Fog Entertainment, in the comment section there. If you want to see Sopranos and all that good stuff, a lot more than that. But yeah, I mean, what else is even happening on Raw? Chad Gable, Sami Zayn, and Bronson Reed. What are they doing for us? Chad Gable, Bronson Reed, and Sami Zayn. I mean, that's probably going to be what the triple threat match in Saudi Arabia. I think that's already been announced, hasn't it? I think Sami Zayn will win it. I mean, what I could see being done is maybe Sami Zayn like losing it. Because I've just reacted to something that was quite funny, but I could maybe see Sami Zayn losing it in a sense that like Chad Gable could pin Bronson Reed or vice versa. And Chad Gable's doing some of the best work on Raw, so I see no reason why this couldn't happen. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this live stream here, previewing Monday Night Raw. Unless there's any more comments going to come in here, I'm going to, I'll give it to the 20-minute mark, and then we're going to call this stream at the end. Here we're going to end it in 4 minutes time, unless there's great comments coming in. So you don't have to leave. You can get any comment, get to asked. Mike, yes, Big Mike. He's talking about star power. You know why, Mike? You're talking about star power, son, because you are star power. You're the man. I agree with you that in WWE is seriously lacking star power. Was glaringly obvious during the Royal Rumble. Absolutely. Now, what didn't help them during the Royal Rumble was the fact you had Reigns, Styles, LA Knight, and Orton in a fatal four-way match. Obviously, if that's a singles match, you can take two of those guys and stick them in the Rumble, but it's still lacking. All right. Realistically, during that Rumble match, who was going to win it? It was CM Punk or Cody. People on here can pretend and cry that Gunther could have won it. Gunther was never going to win that Royal Rumble, and I can't even remember. Honestly, was Kevin Owens in it? I can't even remember. That's how bad the Rumble is, right? It's the 2024 Royal Rumble. It happened. Like, they brought Andrade back at what, number 4? What am I supposed to care about Andrade? Like, seriously, come on, man. Wake up and smell the coffee. It was embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. That Royal Rumble, like Cody Rhodes, McIntyre was in it. Sorry, I do like Drew McIntyre, but I don't know. Like, when the Royal Rumbles create like these moments these days, like the last big moment of Rumble was probably Edge returning, and before that was probably Taker, Goldberg, and Brock all like stared down. Then Styles' debut. But you look in the past, man, like 2001, Kane, The Rock, Austin, like the final couple of guys, Austin, man, with the XFL like punt to the groin of Kane. Big 3 fucking chair shots, man. 2002. You got Mr. Perfect, Triple H, Austin Angle in there. 2003, Brock Lesnar, Undertaker. 2000, man, you had like the whole controversy around the finish. 2004, Benoit. 2005, the Final Four. 2006, Rey Mysterio. 2007, Orton, Edge, Taker, Michaels. Epic stuff. See, I can just ring that off the top of my head. See, like the last 5 Rumbles, I'm like, huh? What? Nothing happens. Why wouldn't the WWE utilize Chelsea Green more? She's like the only one with charisma. Yep. You know what? If it was like 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, Chelsea Green would be getting pushed to the moon. She'd have the belt. But see, because we live in this era where like they just focus on people with wrestling ability. Not that she's horrendous in the ring, by the way, but they just focus on people with wrestling ability. But to me, it's sad. Like back in the day, it was almost like you stood out if you had a wrestling ability, right? But see now, it's almost like you stand out if you've got even an ounce of charisma. Because see, back in the day, man, everybody had charisma. It was people like Benoit and Lance Storm and like Dean Malenko that stood out in a wrestling degree because they were so boring on the mic, but they were great wrestlers, so it worked. But now it's the complete polar opposite. It's like, no, they just don't want to create stars, and it's sad, but it is what it is. And yeah, what else? What other fids have we got planned for the day? I'm not too sure. The SmackDown ratings and Collision ratings are probably going to be out today. They're probably already out, but we'll make them all later. Looking forward to doing that. But I thought we'd just change it up for a bit. We'd do a Raw preview here in a live stream, and I've actually I'm actually surprised I've been able to talk about Monday Night Raw for about 19 minutes, and I've just seen Milind Bararaja Shahara. I've probably butchered her name, but you know what? You butchered me because you said I look like Finn Balor. I look like Finn Balor. I mean, I don't think Finn Balor, I mean, no homo, but I don't think Finn Balor looks that bad. But I don't know what to make of that. Mike says, I'll watch Raw, but don't expect much from it. See, I mean, I'm not asking for your addresses, but we live here in the UK, so I think most of these will be American. But see, in the UK, man, you have to stay up to 1 a.m. just for the. I know we repeat it a lot, but just for the show to start. And see, by the time Raw finishes, right, at like 4:15 here, if we want a review, like half an hour review, and then upload it, you're looking at going to bed about 5:30. That's different in the past, right? When wrestling was fucking great and must watch and must see. See now, man, what? See tonight, it's just matches, King of the Ring. Nothing's going to happen. That's why you just wake up tomorrow, watch the clips. Yeah. Mike says 1 a.m. for 3 hours of blah. Exactly, son. Now, when the clocks went back or forward, whenever, like around like April, March time, SmackDown starts at 12 a.m. and finishes at 2. Like, that's so much more doable. And that's why I like these pay-per-views being in Glasgow, obviously. You know, that suits us especially here. Like Backlash being in France happens during the day. Same with the Saudi shows. The only thing I would say is at night, I feel like you can just relax and watch it. During the day, it's almost like it's a nuisance to actually fit it into your schedule. But that's what it is. John Beale says the problem I have with Triple H booking is it's too predictable and the story drag way too long. Yeah, it is predictable, and the stories do drag way too long. I mean, the guy's idea of these title reigns is fucking ridiculous, man. It's like you just know that Cody Rhodes ain't losing this belt till like God knows when, right? You just know that it's just boring, isn't it? Like, you just know Bayley was never going to lose at that pay-per-view there. Like, see back in the day, man, and remember when back in the day, it's like the lowest form of conversation, right? But wrestling used to be so good. See these people, right? You see on Twitter with these like jobber accounts, and sometimes in our videos, and I'm not bashing everybody that's in the comments here. It's great to see these, but see back in the day, man. Yeah, maybe it helps you being younger, but the believability was there. Even Cena during his dominant periods, man, you thought going into pay-per-views this guy could lose it. See, it's so predictable now, man. It's like Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, Dave Meltzer can give it 5 stars. Everybody else can give it 5 stars. And the match can be as good as it wants. But see if the match is so predictable. Cody Rhodes was never in a million years losing that match. Never. If anything, it would have been better if the pay-per-view ended with the B-Tech Bloodline coming out, making the match end in a DQ, and Cody Rhodes gets battered and bloodied. But no, what happens? They have like a 20-minute. I mean, it's a decent match, but you know it's never. You know it's going to go one way, and that's what sucks about it, man. And again, it's so predictable. C Money says, "Great channel. I love your videos. Thank you, big man. We love the content here on Fog Wrestling. We love the comments, absolutely." Anyway, guys, I'm going to end at the 25-minute marks probably. Jers looked shambolic this weekend. Sorry, bud. What is it? Aye, this Shire of shite. The only thing worse than fucking wrestling in 2024. They were really bad. And if here, talk about entertainment earlier. See this channel right here. If you want to see reaction to Rangers or football in general, you check out Fog Football. They're multi-branded. They're like a big bowl of cereal. You get all your vitamin D and C and all that in there. You get everything. Real McCoy. So Fog Entertainment, Fog Football. Here we've even got a Formula One channel that we don't really use that often, but it can all happen for good reason. All these great things, but yeah, Rangers were really bad at the weekend there. But I don't really want to talk too much about Rangers here. I just spent an hour on a live stream talking about Rangers. Mike, I'm going to AEW Dynamite Wednesday here in Seattle. Looking forward to a good laugh. How much are the tickets, Mike? Let us know. How much are the tickets for Dynamite? Because we made the vid last night about Clash at the Castle, and it's like 2,100 for seats that are, yes, in the hard cam, but like they're 3 rows back. And the nosebleed seats, the cheap seats, are what were they? £333. Obviously in dollars, it's probably about $450. But who would pay that, man? Who would honestly pay that for a wrestling event? It's like you only pay that, man, if you've got stars. See that Clash at the Castle, man. It's going to be good seeing Drew McIntyre, obviously back here in Scotland, right? But at the end of the day, like that 300 odd quid, man, is no worth it. It's different if you're going to like a Mania. You can almost accept. I mean, you at Mania, you were getting like Rock involvement, Rock matches. Cena was there, Taker was there, Rhodes against Reigns. You knew it was going to be like a monumental match, and among other things, like Jesus Christ, it just sucks, doesn't it? It just honestly sucks. So yeah, let us know how much the tickets cost, or the price range, because I'm intrigued to know. I mean, I guess I could just look it up myself, like, but we're not here. We're not going to do that. Well, I mean, I could do that. I could save everybody time. I mean, I know Big Show was parading around and rant on JD from the. Oh, he's a fucking loser, isn't he? $109. What? Mike, fucking get a refund. Don't be paying that. Don't be paying that. Or do you mean they paid you $109 to get the job done? That's mad. There must be good seats. Like if it's front row, I can half accept it. Right, JD from New York, so his live stream starts. He's like this. The car window's like this, and he's like, "Yeah, AW Dynamite." Driving his wee car, man. The guy's an absolute walloper. He's a fud. He's so overrated, JD, man. He's a fucking loser. He is. Now he's been bashing AEW, right? And he just seems to suck Triple H off, to be honest. My friend who runs a bar got them for free from a beer distributor. That sounds more like AEW handing out tickets for free. But here, I mean, yeah, freebies. You can't complain with freebies at the end of the day. JD can't afford a real car, so he drives a CGI car. No, but it's so pathetic. Into like the first 20 minutes of his live stream, he'll go live, right? And he must be setting up his studio or his mother's basement, wherever he lives in New York, right? And he's like this, pretending to drive a fake car. Oh, it's the cringiest shite you could ever imagine. We're on the floor next to the aisle. Well, I mean, that's all right, isn't it? But is anything happening on Dynamite on Wednesday? Did Tony Khan say he'd be there? He might have. Mike, you know what to do? Take a sign to Dynamite. Fog Wrestling is great and hold it up, and I'll be there. I'll stay up that night and watch Dynamite live, because that would be fun. But I think that's where we're going to leave this live stream, guys. First time attempting it. It's been a good laugh here in the comment section. If you just want to fire in any comments here before the half an hour mark, and then I'm definitely going to end it. C Money, Swerve and Danielson are Seattle guys. Should be a good crowd for them. From Seattle, Washington. Yeah, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Sky Blue is hot. Swerve and Danielson are Seattle guys. Should be a good crowd for them. It will be, but I mean, how many people's going to turn up? I mean, if they're dishing out tickets for free, it doesn't tell me that they're doing too well. Sky Blue is hot. She is. There's been a lot of. I mean, that's my co-host posting about Sky Blue. I mean, I didn't really look much into that situation with the fan heckling her, but I've seen a few comments saying like, "Oh, back in the day, wrestlers, were threatened with knives and get threatened to get shot." And that was like in the 80s and all that stuff. And I get it. These days, people just don't have a thick skin. But it's 2024 at the end of the day, man. And people, there's going to be outrage about that. I mean, look at Brock Lesnar. The guy received a text message and he's been blacklisted for everything. Snowflakes, absolutely right. C Money. That is absolutely on the money. C Money. On the money, C Money. Minute and a half to go. Then I'm going to end it, troops. Get your comments in. Longest ass Raw preview I've ever done in my puff. Hold the sign up though. Get the sign up. Man's oldest flame. But yeah. I mean, is Swerve Strickland taking on Brian Cage, by the way, at the pay-per-view? I thought he was taking on Christian Cage, and that looks like he's taking on Brian. Brian, for fuck's sake, Brian. Pish. No good. No good. The comments are drying up here with 45 seconds to go. Come on. Anyway, Raw previews in the bin. And I mean, I don't know when the next live stream here for Fog Wrestling will be, guys. Guess we could do one for a big incident, but I think everything's kind of died down, hasn't it? Definitely. In my honest opinion, Swerve is a better champion than Cody. You know what, right? I really don't rate Swerve Strickland, right? I don't. I think he's just a mid carder. I just think he's an absolute mid carder, right? But Cody Rhodes has got the rub off the Rock. He's got the rub off the Rock. Roman Reigns, like Taker was out there, Cena was out there. He comes out on SmackDown. Logan Paul worked circles around him on the mic. He did. And anyone who can't see it, man, is blind. Like he clearly did. But here, I don't know. To say who's better between Swerve or Cody, I mean, I can just buy Cody Rhodes more as a main eventer than Swerve Strickland. But again, if Swerve Strickland was pushed exactly like Cody Rhodes was, then it swings and roundabouts. C Money says, who replaces Kingston and Anarchy in the arena? I'm not too sure. What is he out of it? Did he get injured or something? I mean, who replaces him? I mean, they could get a big debut in or something, or pay Bill Goldberg the money, but it's too cheesy. It ain't easy being cheesy. John Beal, the fact that Logan Paul's a better wrestler than 99% of the WWE current roster, you know that's a problem. It is, but it's the facts, man. Logan Paul speaks, and yeah, sometimes, I mean, he kind of gets like certain wee things wrong. Like I think in the promo with Cody Rhodes, he did get a few wee things wrong, like about, it's my story, and like, you're talking about finishing your stories. Like he's already kind of finished it, but when he's talking, man, he's got that natural charisma, and it's why he's came in. It's why he's blew up this superstar level, even without WWE. Cody, what do you want to talk about? Cody. You know what I mean? Cody Rhodes, he's a boring bastard. Anyway, guys, that's where we're going to leave this live stream. Thank you, everybody that commented. Maybe next time I'll get a wee super chat. $109. Get to Fog Wrestling. You'd rather come to a show with us. C Money says great stream. Right, we'll be back soon. I liked the first stream on here. I only started doing streams yesterday on my other channels, but I'm liking it. I like interacting with the chat. Absolutely. Anyway, guys, till next time, leave thoughts down below. Thank you so much for the support here, and be back soon. Don't know what fids are scheduled for the day. I haven't really looked at the news. This was just a raw preview, and it's went quite well. Chug and Iron Brew for me, absolutely big man. Whereas I don't think there is any Iron Brew downstairs, but you can always go get some. But anyway, till next time, peace.